I'm Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I am reviewing the Bounty by Black Flag Cornhole. This is the first bag I've reviewed from Black Flag. In fact, it's one of the first bags. It might be the first bag that I've actually thrown by them. Let's go ahead and dive in and break this review down of this bag. We'll start here with the slow side material. This is the back side, the reverse side of that Pro Advantage Viking fast side material. It's the same side you find on the Cornhole Scenario Cat 3, 724 WMD, to name a few. It's a very controllable material. It's fairly hole friendly for being, it's about a 6-speed, maybe even a 6.5. I typically call it a 6. So being a 6-speed material, it's still pretty hole friendly. It's controllable, very versatile. You can do a lot with it. It's a wonderful material, very soft as well. So we're looking at about a 6.5 on the slow side. Fast side. I've been misidentifying this material. Real quick, on a side note, shout out to Andy with B3 Cornhole who helped me understand that there's actually a new material out there that's, I guess it's been out for a little bit, but out there now that I've been identifying as the Pro Sniper Viper Deadhead fast side. It's actually not quite the same. It feels like it plays like it, in every aspect. It is the same material, or identical to that material, but they are two different materials. So this is the same fast side you find on the B3, the Ranger, the Coyote, the new Fatal. Those three have this newer material on there. I think some other bags do as well. I can't recall off the top of my head what they are, but it's actually, it's not quite the same as that Pro Sniper fast side, but for all intents and purposes of the review, it plays like that. It's about a 9-speed. It is crazy fast. It slides up any broke conditions, pushes or anything. So we're looking at about a 6.5 in the slow, 9 in the fast. Template wise, this is that small medium template, right? It's a medium size, but just on the smaller side of that. So we're going to call it kind of a medium template on this, which actually gives it a fuller feeling, right? If you like a fuller bag, this Bounty is a great option for you. I mean, it's got some flop to it. These bags are not fully broken. They're broken, but not fully broken in. But they're not that floppy, and they've got a ton of fill to grab a hold of because it's on that medium template. You can get a nice grip to it. The fill in here, I'm pretty sure it's a mixed fill. You definitely got some small beads in here, but I think I'm finding some flat fill as well. So it's a good mixed fill in here. I actually like the fill. This is kind of the type of fill that I prefer to play with because you really get the advantage of that flat fill with the bead fill as well. So you still get the fluid hand feel that you would have a flat fill because it's a smaller beads, a little bit of mixture in there. You get a little bit of a softer landing. I will say these bags do have some kick to them. This material does want to catch a little bit kick, and with this mixed fill, there is a little bit of movement. It doesn't bounce. It's not a bouncy feel. There is a little bit of action, a little bit of movement to it, not a lot. So you will occasionally get a kick if you really have an extreme tilt on your back, right or left, whatever. It will get a little bit of kick to it. But I didn't have an issue with it enough to really make it that big of a deal. Like, it's definitely something you can play with, you can work around. This mixed fill does make the bag a little more hole friendly than this bag was. If this bag was full flat fill in here, I think hopefully this would be a little more of an issue because you get a little bit of that mixture in there. I didn't find the hole friendliness being a problem in this bag. I think these bags are really hole friendly for what they are, for the speeds they are. I had no issues with it. I think that mixed fill has a lot to do with it. So anyway, mixed fill, kind of a medium template, 6.5 slow, 9-speed fast. Jump into playability here on this bag, and this, because of the slow side and using the back side of that Pro Advantage fast side material, it makes the bag a little more versatile to me. Like typically, if you use the other side of that Pro Advantage, that the same side of the Pro Advantage Viking uses, this becomes more of a 7-9 speed bag. It's really one of those faster bags. I just reviewed the in-game from Not Typical Bag Company that uses that other side of this material on the slow side, and that's more of a bag. You're just running back to the hole. You're going hole for hole. You're trying to outscore your opponent. When you flip the material over and put this side on this little softer side, little stickier side, you gain the ability to control the bag a little more. So you can throw blockers on there. You can throw a blocker out there occasionally to do the work. It's not a great bag for playing that full dirty style game with it, but you can do it if you're one of those ones that likes to mix it up. You want to put bags in the hole, throw a blocker every now and then to get your opponent off guard, or to have a bag that you need to manufacture points at some point in the game. You want to put a blocker out there just to mix things up. You can definitely do it with this bag. And because it's a fuller bag, very easy to collect. Right, when the bag's there, you just clip a corner and take it in. They're full enough. They're not going to quarter you up. You can just clip the corner, so you can get a little more aggressive in putting that bag over on your opponent's side and have the confidence that you can collect it. This material is also very cuttable, so you can, again, get a little more aggressive, put it on your opponent's side, whichever side it is. Throw your, come in with your cut bag, throw your cut, catch it to collect it and drag them in. So you can definitely do that. I do think this is a bag that can be rolled fairly easily. So, again, advanced players, you can roll any bags. Your average player, if you're an average player, you probably can roll this bag with some success. It's not my game. I didn't try to do it, but I do think that it's full enough. It's got enough movement to it. I think that rolling is an option on this bag. So you can do a lot of shot shaping with this bag for being kind of on that faster side. Now, for me, where I think this bag shines, where I would use this bag is faster board conditions. When boards start getting fast and you throw that 7-9 speed bag, 8-9 speed bag, whatever, and you get to a point where the boards are so fast, you're having a hard time controlling your bag even on the slow side. That's when you step down to something like this little bit of a slower material. You can still play that hole for hole game and not sacrifice, or not change your style up, not sacrifice hole fronts, none of that stuff. So that's where I think this bag is where I would pull this bag out, where I want to play this game. This bag. I do find this material, again, I mentioned, to be both materials free hole friendly. I didn't have a lot of issues with bags hanging on the hole. If they were, they're pretty easy to collect. Typically, when you get fuller bags, you will get some bunching around. I don't recall ever having these bags actually bunch and clog the hole up. I can't even remember, honestly, when I was throwing it. It's been a little bit since I threw these bags, if I had really any bags that really bunched up. But if I remember correct, the times that they did bunch up, as long as I had another bag in my hand, it was really easy to come fast side, push through it, and take them all in. Because they're smaller and they're not going to clog the hole, but the fuller template, the fuller bag will bunch from time to time. You're trying to collect them, especially if it's on this one side or the other, when you have to come across and catch it and try to pull it in. Sometimes they'll bunch and sit there. As the bags break in more and more, I think that will go away to a point. So not a big deal, not an issue. Again, I had no problems with the bags being uncollectible, had no problems with bags hanging in the hole. I think they played phenomenally. I was really impressed by this bag, really like this bag. If you like the speeds of like that Cat 3, but you hate the floppiness of it, the Bounty is a great option for you. It's the same speeds, same materials, basically, but it's a fuller feeling, smaller template, not as floppy bag. So if that's what you're looking for, the Bounty's where to go. Now, availability on this. Black Flag has a website. It is blackflagcornhole.com. I hope I got that right. I'll put a link in the description just to be sure. blackflagcornhole.com. They have a ton of bags of stock. They have quite a good variety of models as well, a good variety of speed ranges of bags. When I was looking for the Bounties, it was almost an overwhelming amount of options for me as far as designs and colorways. I really had a hard time narrowing it down, but they do give you a ton of options, a ton of selections to choose from. So there's a lot on there. I'm sure you can find something you will like. The bags run, so they had some for $60, some for $65. So it may be older style, 60 new, I don't know, but $60, $65 for the bags. It was $10 for shipping on that. So $70, $75 shipped to you, which is actually a great price on it. Especially, I don't know if I mentioned, these are ACL stamp for 2023. They're ACL Pro Stamp. So an ACL Pro Stamp bag for $70, $75 is on the cheaper end, maybe even one of the cheaper bags out there. As well as I do think Black Flag does run some sales and discounts every now and then, so you keep an eye on their social media accounts if you're looking for that, and you can get them even a little bit cheaper. But even at that $60, $65 price, I highly recommend checking out the Bounty. I think you're going to love it. If you throw Black Flag cornholes, if you're trying the Bounty, drop a comment down below. Let me know your feedback, your pros, cons. I love to hear it all. If you have another bag from Black Flag that you enjoy throwing, or you want me to review, drop a comment down below. Let me know what it is. I'd love to grab another set from Black Flag to see if they're as good as this bag is. So all in all, love the Bounty. Highly recommend it. Go check it out. I thank you guys so much for support, and I thank you for watching.